Hi everybody, can everyone hear me? One of the most common criticisms when I talk is that nobody can hear me. The second one is that nobody can understand me. There's not much I can do about the latter. My name's Sheena, I live and work in Whitby. Before Whitby, I was a qualified psychiatric nurse and had lots of experience working with people with mental health problems. After Whitby, I chose to do something a bit different. I had a couple of kids first and brought them up, and then decided to study and retrain as a counsellor. When James asked me to do a 10-minute talk on counselling, I automatically said yes, because that's one of the things I do. And then I thought, well, actually it's really difficult for a counsellor to talk, because our biggest strength is in listening. So, it's kind of topsy-turvy me sitting here actually talking about what we do. I find counselling very, very difficult to define. What I can talk to you endlessly about is how it might benefit you, how you might want to engage with that process. At the last time I looked, there's over 100 different brands of counselling. I'm not going to pretend to know about all of them, because that would be ridiculous. I'm trained in the person-centred theory of counselling, which is a Rogerian approach. And the philosophy behind that is that each individual is the expert on themselves and how they want to move forward. I also have some understanding of the Egan model, which is a more future-focused model of dealing with difficulties. And most recently, I've managed to pick up an honours degree in CBT, which is how everything connects together. The way you think affects what you do, and what you do affects how you think, and the three are all interlinked. I did write some things down, but that was really just to make me feel better. To my mind, the three parts of the whole are the mind, the body and the spirit, and I think that really ties into the future health philosophy as well. If one part is hurting, then the whole is affected in different ways. To talk about counselling in its truest sense, no one comes to counselling unless they have a problem, is my experience. What these problems might be are manifold. They can be anything. Some people simply want to have a safe place to share their problems, to be held and to be understood. And that's absolutely fine. That is a really useful thing to do. Other people may want to move more into the personal development side of counselling, where actually I keep making the same mistakes. The decisions I make aren't always good ones. I keep attracting the same kind of chap who lets me down time and time again. Why am I doing that? What kind of messages am I giving out? Counselling can help you explore that and can help you understand what it is that makes you behave in that way and gives out these messages, and in a sense help you to understand how to do things differently next time. To look at where you are now and where you want to be can be a really challenging process. Anyone can set themselves up as a counsellor. It's a deregulated industry, which is that's how it is. What I would say to anybody who is looking for a counsellor is to be very careful and to do your research first. Please do make sure that the person you are going to share really intimate things with is someone that you can trust. Because regardless of what school of counselling or what school of thought you buy into, the whole thing is about the relationship for me. If you can't talk to me, you're not going to tell me anything, we're not going to be able to move forward. So, despite whatever sticker you want to put on the counsellor, please do make sure that the relationship is something that you're comfortable with and feel able to move forward with. My own opinion would be that it would be sensible to ask who the counsellor is accredited to. There are several bodies who accredit counsellors. Make sure it's a credible one. Check out their code of ethics, and make sure it's something that you feel safe to do, to move forward with, because it is a very personal experience. There's only you and the counsellor in the room. That has to be safe. It has to feel okay for you to do that. Most people, as I say, will come to counselling with a problem or another, and from that starting point, things will emerge and things will develop. What I'd really like to do now, what I do most of my clients, if you like, is I'll ask them to tell me, what do you think a counsellor is? What do you think of counselling? And just for a minute, think about what that means to you. And if you were in that situation, what would you want to get out of it? Okay. Once you've got that idea, move forward with it and take it to where you would like it to go next. Because with counselling, you're in charge of the process. Nobody will take you where you don't want to go. That's not what it's about. But what it is about is understanding yourself, understanding why you behave in the way you behave, why you think the way you think, and for me the most important bit is, what are you going to do with it next? So just briefly, does anybody have any questions or challenges they'd like to put forward? No? Okay, well, I think that's probably the quickest 10-minute talk yet.